Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's it going today? It's time for 7 Minutes to Sunshine. It's Tom Grody. It's 7:07, and I'm really glad you're here this morning. Thank you for joining me. You know, I appreciate it. I missed yesterday. It was my husband's birthday. It's one of those things where I was like, you know what? I got to focus on him today. So we do a family breakfast every morning or every birthday, and kind of make it a big deal. And so when the family member comes down for breakfast, there's a big birthday celebration. And it's a great way to start the day. So that's what we did yesterday. And Rick had a really, 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 really great birthday. And this is his first birthday without his mom. So I think it was a tough one for him, but we had a wonderful family day yesterday. Of course, we had to go do all our other stuff too, but that's what I did yesterday. So I missed, and I'm back, and I appreciate you being here today. Also, I will share that I was going to have a guest on today, and my guest was struggling to land on a superpower and wasn't quite feeling ready to share. And so I wanted to spend a little time on today. I wanted to spend a little time on one of our daily reminders, which is the values and the superpower, and just talk a little bit more about that process and how it works and how we can use this process. It's kind of the core of my work, I guess my purpose, which I learned to hone in on a little bit during the pandemic, as I was trying to figure out, okay, take a look, the pandemic gave me some time to think about this next phase of my life and what am I doing, right? And this tool really helped me hone in on the values most important to me, so that I could use those values as a filter for what I am doing in my life, and what's important to me. And then the center of that circle, of course, being, what is the gift? And we all have more than one gift. And then we also have sometimes struggle to figure out, well, what is my gift? But in the center of that circle which really gives us tremendous power to make a difference, is understanding what our gift is. And that's a process. It's not just like, oh, well, my gift is X or Y or Z. It's like, well, really trying to get and understand, what's the thing, what is the quality about ourselves that seems to be natural for us. Doesn't mean we don't work on it. Doesn't mean we don't develop skills around it to get better. But what is it? What is it that makes us feel damn good when we're doing it? And then once we identify it, asking ourselves, well, how do we apply it more in our lives? Because if we use our gift, not only are we feeling damn good because we're good at it, but we can do more. We can make a bigger difference. And so that's really a superpower. And I think in these sorts of processes, and I'm going on close to 100 guests. My 100th guest will be coming soon on this program. So I've gotten to do this exercise with almost 100 people. I've gotten to do this exercise with the LGBTQ roundtable, which was very powerful. Each member of the roundtable did this exercise individually, and then we kind of came together and developed a group shared values wheel with the values most important to us. And we put all of our superpowers in the middle, understanding that if we all each use those superpowers, we will be able to do some cool shit. And we are. That round table is 4 times the size it was, and I think it's 10 or 20 times has more power to do good than it did just a year or two ago. So this works in groups, this works in our lives, and it is a daily reminder because it doesn't work unless we're aware of what our values are, We're clear about them. We're aware of what our superpower is. We're clear about it. And then we ask ourselves really every day, how am I using it? And I'll just give you an example. I made a career decision based off my values just a couple months ago, being family. And family really is at the core of my decision making. And I chose to spend the next decade working with my dad, because family is so important to me. And I'm lucky. I'm lucky to be in a situation where I can work with my dad and actually my sister Jane and my cousins Bob and Jack. And so I used that value. I leaned into that value, and then I'm using my superpower at work. I try to use it wherever I am, but I feel best when I feel like I am thinking about others and how can I share my experience? How can I ask them the right questions? I do a lot of question asking that might inspire them really to know their value and their values. And I think that's what I found. And so through this process, I also kind of found my North Star, which is, my purpose is to inspire more people to know their value and values. So I just had a recent example of working with somebody, a friend of mine, and I wasn't purposefully coaching, but I realized that I was, when it came down to it. And just by the questions that I was able to ask, he kind of, good things happened. And I think he realized more what his value was, what his value is, and he owned it. And he's making some really big decisions in his life that's going to be really good for him, his family, and really the community. And so that's my stuff. And what's yours, right? And the person that wasn't quite ready to come onto the program is I'm kind of excited about the opportunity to continue to work with that person to kind of help with this process. And I never pressure guests to come on. If they're not feeling comfortable, it's like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. But this process, whether you want to share it publicly or not, is powerful. And if you do this and then you just make it part of your daily reminder, I think you will see beautiful things happen in your life, more beautiful things happen in your life, very intentional things that are based in your values, and you find an opportunity to use that gift that you have as superpower. All right. So there is my 7 minutes of sunshine today. Again, I hope you have a wonderful day. Spread some sunshine today. And remember, even when it's really damn cloudy out, the sun is always shining, and you are the sunshine.